First of all, congratulations on the Soul Trader. It is a very fantastic watch. It is completely unexpected the way it went. First of all, where did this story come from? Because it is quite a unique take on this soul stealer type of topic.
Yeah, so
Great question.
Shauna came to me and she said, "Let's make a movie." It was just after the pandemic and during the strike. And she's like, "I'm dying to do something. Let's make a movie." And so I read probably like 80 scripts and narrowed it down to the top four or five that I really liked. And this was my top choice. And I was hoping that Shauna would choose it as well. And it's from this amazing writer, Mike Underwood, out of the UK. And just he was interested in the topic, I know, because as we see, everything is commodified these days. And he thought, what if even a soul is able to be commodified? So we kind of started from that point and went from there.
And for Shauna, you have to take on this role that is both a very menacing role, yet a very tender role with very different sides to this character. How do you begin to kind of get into the mindset of her?
Oh, great question. Well, for me, I was really attracted, just kind of going off of what Susan said, not only the story as a whole, but also that really interesting dichotomy of like what you pointed out, right? There's this dark side. The work that she does is literally selling souls of the young and or talented, if you will, and selling them to those who have the ability to afford them to prolong their lives, while at the same time being a single mom. And I feel, in a lot of ways, it's very easy for us, I think, as in society or a culture, to categorize or put just human beings, right, in a like seeing them as only one-sided. You also see this a lot, even with when you think about actors and that idea of getting pigeonholed for a particular stereotype, when in reality, every single person, we all are so multifaceted. We have so many different aspects to ourselves, our personalities, and the ways in which we can choose to go forward in the actions we choose to take in our lives, in our daily lives. And, as with any role, really looking at what is her true objective, like, and looking at, the question of why. Mm-hmm. And for me, it really came down to wanting something better for her child. She didn't want her child to go through what she has to go through. And how many times have we all heard about mothers who sacrifice so much for the betterment of their kids? It's a very honest, it's a very truthful fact of life sometimes, and that goes very deep, while also recognizing, in a darker character, I was really excited about bringing that humanity to Coral.
Definitely. And going with that, this is a very supernatural story, but it seems very grounded. It seems you guys humanize it very well. How difficult is it to bring some sort of grounding to a story like this?
Well, I think it all starts with story. I mean, I don't tend to do a project because it's a supernatural or a thriller or horror or anything. For me, it's all about the story and the characters. And then if that exists, it can take place anywhere, anytime.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
And even though this is a very short story, it's very captivating. It captures the attention of the audience very quickly. You care about this character, knowing so little about her. But is there plans to expand upon this universe? Do you guys want to see more?
Absolutely, and it was so organic, and from first laying our eyes on the script, reading it, connecting with Mike Underwood, who is just an amazing human being and writer, as Susan mentioned. And I'm just so honored to also bring his brilliant work into the world for people to see, right? And immediately both of us saw such potential in it. I had immediately saw a series. I could see this being an extraordinary series, not only from but the potential as a executive producer, but also with the stories that can be really shared in that, in that capsule, as a television series. Well, at the same time, this absolutely can be a feature. And then Susan saw it as a feature. And so we're like, oh my goodness, look what we have here. And so Mike was amazing. And we worked with him, Susan, and he worked very closely in building, and he wrote a complete feature script, as well as a pilot. We now have an amazing deck for the feature, as well as a show Bible. Like the amount of time and work, and also it was just so fun, right? And they're I think the themes here, like it's something that people will want to watch. I think people from a lot of different backgrounds, a lot of different age ranges. It's fun, and it is unique, and there's a lot of possibilities also in, utilizing film, right, and utilizing this platform as a way of not only sharing stories, but I'm going to go a little artsy for a second, but going back to the roots of theater and performance, going all the way back, it was really an opportunity to allow society to view an aspect of itself, right? And so, and there's a lot of really deep themes in this show and in this concept that are beneath the surface, and I personally just would love to tap even more into those, and excited to share more. Go ahead, Susan.
Yeah, stand on that. Like when I first read it, I'm like, this has to be a feature. I come from a development background. I worked for amazing directors like Richard Donner and Wolfgang Peterson. So that's where I got my start. And for me, again, it's all about story and character. And I just saw so much potential in this. So Mike and I immediately began working on the feature version. And then, like Shauna said, she saw it as a series. And when we were lucky to have these amazing crew working on this, like our sound designer and our sound mixer are both Emmy Award winners, and they come from TV. And so they're like, so you're doing a series of this, right? I was like, oh, okay. Hey, Mike, can we write a pilot too for this? So he and I worked together on both the feature and the pilot version, as well as the Bible and the deck. So we're ready to go with this and hopefully bring it to the world in different iterations. And we're even talking about the possibility of doing like a graphic novel or comic book.
Wow, that'd be amazing. One of the things that really caught my attention about this was the fact that this character, even though she's very dark, it's a very fun character. How exciting was it to play this character, Shauna?
Oh my goodness, it was. I was so excited, and it was such a beautiful opportunity to not only give myself permission to push myself in the best way, and to have that opportunity to really find my in when, let's say, taking action, which you see in the show, that me as a person and how I operate is quite different. So that was it was such a thrill just as an actor to kind of get in there, and then oh my goodness, working also with Shane West and Donna Mills, and the fact that they said yes, and this was a short. We did film during the strike, and we were able, of course, got a SAG waiver, which we were very excited about. And, people easily could have said no. It would have been, I personally feel, probably unusual to get such esteemed actors such as, Donna Mills and Shane West. But the reason why they said yes was because of the story. They could too saw the potential, they could see it, and same with every other amazing and talented individual who was a part of the crew, and the other cast members, of course. Everyone was extraordinary, and just being able to witness and be a part of that space, it's one of my favorite things is being on set and seeing everyone come together and work towards a single objective, and making the best product, the best film possible. And it was such a gift. And I just, people don't say yes all the time. And you know what? Donna Mills and Shane West said yes. And same thing with many of our, as Susan mentioned, Emmy award-winning, sound designer, composers, people that normally they wouldn't have time or even because it was a smaller budget, that's for sure. They have so many other offers, but they were willing to say yes because they believed in the vision, they believed in the script, the story, and there are no words to truly express my gratitude to every single person a part of this team.
Definitely. And going through different iterations of this, developing it more, getting the cast, going through all these obstacles. Now you get to see it with an audience. What was the reaction of the audience, and was it what you guys were expecting?
I mean, it was so positive. A lot of people came up and they said it was fun to see me, Shauna, and Lauren at the Q&A after, because it was 3 women.
Yeah.
And we really did try to keep a diverse cast and crew. I'm really proud that over half of our cast were women, people of color, disabled. We tried to put our money where our mouth is and really, work for inclusivity for everyone. So we just heard a lot of really positive feedback last night. It was exciting. And at Manhattan Film Festival, we won an award, and in Cannes. So we've been really fortunate that people have responded like with what's next? What's next? When can we see the next version of this? And, that's what we're working towards.
Being having the opportunity to, we were not in competition or anything, but having the opportunity to screen at the American Pavilion at Cannes Festival was such an honor. Because again, I don't think American Pavilion says yes to just anyone who says, hey, what possibility do we have in maybe, coming to Cannes and sharing and screening our film, for other people who are potential buyers and what have you. And yes, the feedback was amazing. And sometimes, when you have, at least for me as an actor, when you're in the moment, you're doing your job, but you're not necessarily judging or can really see, oh, I'm doing a great job, or I'm not. You kind of just have to do the work and trust. You have to trust your director and trust, what the end product will be. And so being able to also, hear from audience members and hearing their reaction, and I'm just going to stop for a second. One of my favorite parts of, hearing audiences during, a screening or a premiere is when there's moments where they go, oh, or, you can actually hear the audible, response, and every audience can be slightly different. And so it also kind of gives us a little more insight as well, which was just so exciting. And people, it was amazing, the compliments and the different things people picked up, not only in, the various performances, be it mine or of course, Shane, Donna, Shai, Gabriella, Dexter. They were, that was, wonderful to hear, but also Susan's work, having her, be able, as a director, seeing the really amazing talent she has and the way in which she can really utilize the camera to really capture the character, capture the story, and being willing to, push in a way that is in alignment with her voice, right? And her artistic intent, which, I just, obviously I geek out about, and I absolutely love. And being able, as an executive producer, providing that opportunity and working with such an extraordinary team, and having Susan as she and I, we were, going through this together, has been such an amazing journey. And last thing I'll say about this is having 3 women, yes, be at the front, at the Q&A, and being able to also hold, and again, not only put your money where your mouth is, to the best of one's ability, which we've this entire time have been very conscious around, and taking action to support that which we say. And that being said, hold in line to ensure this is the kind of, we have a drama-free set. This is what we choose. This is how we choose to operate. This is what it is. Thank you. Standards, everyone's going to be great, work together, and not allow any, potential shenanigans, if you catch my drift. And I love that.
We were able to make this in 2 days because of our amazing cast and crew. We pulled off something that was pretty remarkable, I think, because of the help surrounding us.
Definitely.
Down to the minute.
And is there any future festivals or anywhere that an audience will be able to watch this in the near future?
We're hoping so. We've submitted to other festivals and we're waiting to hear back. So, we're just at the beginning of the run. We'll see. I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah. And, we're taking meetings and seeing, the potential, investors, financiers, studios, seeing, we have that aspect of the business side, as well as, yes, the festival run. So, for those that are interested, follow us on Instagram, Well, Susan and I, of course, are on there as well. But it's the Soul Trader underscore film. And we'll be posting any events, any festivals we get in. We're waiting to hear back from several, and we should be hearing back as to which city we might be going to next. We'll see what happens. And certainly if I'm crossing fingers when it gets picked up as a feature or a series, that will be, so extraordinary. And that'll be a whole other opportunity to be able to share the work. And just so thankful that people are enjoying it.
Yeah. And if you don't have Instagram, we're also on Facebook and TikTok.
Awesome.
Oh, yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you both very much for your time.
Good team.
Congratulations on this project. It is a very fantastic project. And thank you, for spending some time with me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Truly appreciate it. Thank you for having us.